Hello, Libra. Yes, I am wearing a Christmas jumper as it is Christmas time when I'm filming this. So today's reading is about what's coming up for you guys in your lives in 2023. I was going to say 2022 then. Obviously, it's primarily aimed at singles, but if you're not single and you want to watch this video, obviously you are more than welcome to do so. I always suggest with these readings to watch both your main sun sign, your moon sign and your rising sign as well, as there may be messages in those as opposed to your main sun sign, as sometimes the energy of the person or persons that comes through might be yours more so than the next kind of person you might be in a relationship with, basically. Anyway, that being said, let's get into it. So we're going to start off by pulling a crystal for you guys. There are a lot of crystals in here, so bear with me as it is going to get a bit noisy, so you may wish to turn down the volume. Okay, so you guys got carnelian. I love this specific carnelian. In fact, carnelian is one of my favourites. I also got this one recently as well. I know they don't look the same, but they are both carnelian. Anyway, what I love about this one, it's the vein that you can see that runs through it. It really, I don't know what it is about it, but it just really draws me in, this vein in there. But anyway, so carnelian is linked with the root chakra. It is a stone, obviously about grounding, but for me it's very much, especially in love connection kind of readings, it is a lot to do with passion. Obviously I'm going to try and keep it as PG. Oh, I am going to keep it PG, but my adult friends will know what I'm talking about. Also with this particular one, again, it's like thumbprints here, or reminds me of trees, you know, the rings within a tree. I should count these one days. That's very good English, isn't it? But yeah, so I don't know whether I've actually specifically written anything down for this one, but I know it, I'm certain it's in my other book, just to give you guys a bit more info on it, because you know how I like to. Here we go, carnelian. Carnelian is an orange coloured stone that activates the sacral plexus chakra. Oh, I was completely wrong. I do apologise. Oh no, when carnelian has a dark red hue to it, it can also address the root chakra. Oh, okay, so it depends on the colouring. That's interesting. So this one is very orange, I would say. So therefore, I'm going to go with that. It's linked with the sacral plexus chakra. If it has yellow tones, it also resonates with the solar plexus chakra. But it doesn't really tell me much about what it is good for and what it's about. But this is why I'm writing my own. This is why I'm writing my own book, crystal book. But anyway, so the first thing I'm getting with this, regarding this connection anyway, is to do with, there's quite a bit of passion, attraction. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but we are anyway. So yeah, anyway, so we're going to pull a card from the Archeo. Well, I say a card, that is the plan, but in Virgos we've got 3. So we'll see what happens. Just to get some idea of the kind of like personality traits of your next kind of love connection. So let's see what we have for Libra. Oh, is there anything else you need to know for Libra? Let's see if any of the ones fall out. No. So that is your card straight away, guys. So you got demon. Now, don't freak out. They're not a demon, they're not evil, I'm sure. again, you can't help but notice the similarities of the colours here. So straight away, again, I'm getting very passion. I would not be surprised if this person was a fire sign, if not more so towards, I would probably say Sagittarius. As well, fire signs in general are obviously quite passionate and are known to be fairly sexual. Not that the signs aren't, but you know. But for me personally, I always associate Sagittarians with being quite sexual. Not that's a bad thing, just saying. Let me get my book and see what information I drew from this when I channeled it, because I cannot remember, because I never use these cards. Just a shame because they're beautiful. Right, let's see. Where is he? There he is, Demon. So I put for Demon addictions. So addictions may be something linked to you or this person. Doesn't necessarily mean like drugs or alcohol or anything like that. It might do. Obviously, you know your situation better than I do. But it could be more to do with the fact that they are addictive. As in you're addicted to them, they're addicted to you. It could be that kind of thing. I've got inner saboteur. The inner saboteur is strong. Because I also, well, I don't know whether it was when I channeled it, but anyway, at this moment in time, I don't know whether it is actually something separate, but to me, this looks like a little mini kind of thing on this. It's like another creature. I don't think it is. I think it is actually something to do with a wing, but I see it as another little creature here. And it's like that's their sense of reason, their sense of, I was going to say sense of self for some reason. But, you know, their self-esteem basically is what I'm getting at. This might be why they're quite a sexualized person as well. Again, I'm not saying that everyone that is quite a sexual person is like that for that reason. You know, some people are just more sexual than others, which is fine. But what I'm thinking is maybe this person maybe used sex, and it doesn't mean literally had to have sex. It could just be flirting, going on dates, those kinds of things, as an escape. Also a way to get that validation. That might be, yeah, okay. So for a lot of them, that's the addiction they have. It's the addiction, it's the reassurance, it's the confirmation that you are attractive to whatever gender it is that you are attracted to, or the person or persons that you are attracted to, that they find you attractive as well. Yeah. Sorry, I was seeing, I don't know why I paused there. I'm drawn to the eyes here as well. They just look very sad. I've put word vomit, little shout out to anyone who is a fan of Mean Girls. But that was what I got with the way the tongue goes. It's kind of like they sometimes they say things that maybe they don't necessarily, and even the way this vein is on here, looking at it, just thinking about it now upside down, it's like a snake's tongue. I don't think they're malicious in any way, shape or form, or they don't mean to be. I think they are very caring. I think maybe the word vomit might be linked to their inner saboteur. I've put down here that they are passionate as well, easily led astray. Okay, I'll get into that in a second. Poison chalice without demanding that you drink. Make it possible for you to recognise those who wish you malice. Manipulator. I don't see that with this particular. It's not the energy I'm getting with this today. One foot in the dark and the other dancing in blinding light. Which, yeah, both tormentor and realist. Now, I was drawn by the writing. You probably might not be able to see it here. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. And I spent a while Googling it. I think it's nunc ad quem. Anyway, I got the ad quem bit. And after looking into it, it's Latin, and the meaning of it is the end toward which something tends at or to. And then the literal translation is the end toward which something tends to which, sorry. I know that kind of makes no sense. Obviously, if anyone does speak Latin, I know not many people do these days, but you might be able to clarify it a little bit further. For me, the way I interpret it, it's kind of like a repeating pattern. It's linked to the inner saboteur that I mentioned. I think that they, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they had mental health issues of some description. I mean, I don't think, obviously, a lot of people do these days, but, you know, maybe something like depression, anxiety, that kind of thing. I don't want to put you off this person, obviously. Not that should put you off, but I do think that they have got, that they are quite wounded. I'm not gonna lie. That's just what I get with them. But yeah. Anywho. So next, I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Soul Connection Oracle, just to get a bit of idea more about the energy between you guys and any other kind of like messages that might be. There's one. Can I have a second one, please, for Libra? This one? No? Okay. One more card for Libra, please. Come on. This one flew out, didn't it? This one just does not want to come out. One more card for Libra, please. I'm going to go with that because it did want to come out. Okie pokey. So let's see what we've got. I'll move that out of the way. So this was the first one that jumped out, which was True Love. Ah, cute. And then you got Embrace. So first I'm going to go with the True Love one. So first, again, I can't help but not acknowledge the fact that we have a rose, red rose, and the colour of it is highlighted. More red, a lot of red. And even in this Embrace, actually, the flowers here are red. Excuse me. True love comes when you least expect it. Okay. And embrace what destiny has in store for you. Yeah. So I've just realised I've not pulled your charms. I will do that in a second. Actually, no, let me do that now, because sometimes they are linked with these. So let's see what we have. Two charms. Libra. Okay. So you've got Snowflake. And you also got, I think it's a Shooting Star. Yeah, Shooting Star. So straight away, again, I want to say with the Snowflake, it's making me think of winter, December, Christmas, which would be someone who, again, is Sagittarius. Sorry, they might not be Sagittarius. They may just have those placements. Maybe you do. I don't know. But that's the first thing I want to say. Christmas wish. Don't know, that's just something that came there. Don't know what that was about. I think Christmas is something that's very important to this person and or you, or it's going to be like a real thing for you guys. it could even be when you meet. Granted, we are looking at 2023 and this is at the end of 2022 and we've just passed Christmas now when I'm filming this, so I don't want you guys having to sit around thinking, oh God, I've got to wait a year. Don't think that. I think it's more to do with that Christmas might be a significant time. So you might meet, maybe you might meet them near the beginning of the year and you might even get engaged. I don't know why that's coming through, but who knows. You got Shooting Star, again, that's making me think of wishes. It's making me think of magic. It's making me think Wish Upon a Star. Disney, isn't it? That's it reminds me of Disney anyway. Sorry, I'm just drawn to the colours here. Make me think of the chakras again. So you got the root chakra here with the red, got the crown chakra here with the purple, and then this colour is kind of like a greeny blue. So it could be either the throat or the heart chakra. But yeah, we'll see what else comes about, see if we get any more information. But those didn't link to those really, so anyway. So with true love, so I'm not saying this person is necessarily a true love. I think maybe for some of you it obviously very well could be. I think it's a lot to do with the love that this person needs for themselves, and I think you're going to bring that out into them. If you notice in both these cards, there's two people, well, two children, but anyway, and they're hugging one another. This one, I think it's a man, but that's irrelevant, is hugging the woman from behind, and this time in this one they're facing one another. So it just makes me think about covered all angles. It's like you've both got each other's back. You know, one of you is watching the front and one of you is watching the back, and you know, embrace. I think you're going to have a very strong healing effect on this person. Some of you may resonate with light worker, starseed, healers, that kind of thing. If you don't, that's fine. Obviously, if you're interested in that, look into it, but you don't have to. I think you, like I say, you are going to be a very positive influence on this person. Not that I think they're like a drug addict and out of control or anything like that. But for their mental health, I think you're going to show them. I think maybe they're not particularly spiritual, and I imagine that at least the majority of you that are watching this are fairly spiritual, are into this kind of thing, and I think you're going to teach them about this and, you know, like meditations and things like that, and it's going to really help them. I don't see this as though this person's going to be dependent upon you though, so I don't know why that's coming through. Maybe that's something some of you experienced in the past, I don't know, but that's not something I see. They're going to be very grateful though, obviously, but very nice connection, very nice start. So let's see what the tarot has to say. So I'm using one of my more traditional tarot decks today for the main part, and then I'll be using my usual Dark Mansion tarot for the clarification. So let's see, so can we get a card please for Libra? But what's going next for them in love 2023? You want to come out? Got the Ace of Wands, nice. And the card please for Libra, that was going next in love. These cards were absolute. When I was shuffling them earlier and cleansing them, they were jumping all over the place, but they're just not wanting to even come out now. Typical. Come on, can I get another card please for Libra? Thank you. Eight of Cups, nice. Seven of Swords. Which is funny actually, that's come out. I did a reading for my friend the other day, and you want to come out as well. And she's a Libra, and that card, the Seven of Swords, came out, and it was to do with a secret she has that she needs to share. And apparently that was something that's come out in a lot of like readings and things like that for her. So it's just funny that it's come out again. So hi Sharon, if you're watching. Right. So, oh, on the back of the deck. So your back of the deck energy is the King of Pentacles, nice. With the King of Cups underneath, and the Magician, and the World, freaking hell, and the Fool. Wow, 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 wow. I want to keep these two. I'm not sure whether they're in frame though, if I'm honest. No. They're partly in frame. Let me move these over slightly. Just do it like that. Okay. So, what do we have here then, Libra? So, starting off with the Ace of Wands. So, the Ace of Wands is about, well, for me, it's about something coming in quite quickly, something new, a new venture. And obviously this is connected to this particular relationship. Again, this particular Ace of Wands, I'm always drawn to the castle here, which always makes me think of, again, Disney. It makes me think of the, you know, the castle, the Disney castle, and, you know, fairy tale ending happily ever after. And it's like you've just started the journey, and your happily ever after is in sight. It is there, but you've got a bit of a way to go. Granted, it looks like it's very smooth sailing, that there aren't a lot of obstacles, but we don't know what's over this hill here. You know what I mean? And it always makes me think of the, like, you know, people who go on like hikes and things. Sometimes they have like special sticks, or sometimes they just have literally a stick, you know, a big stick to help them with their walking. It makes me think of that as well. So it makes me think of a journey. Now the Eight of Cups. It's nice that this has come out for this person, because the Eight of Cups is all about letting go. It's all about leaving the past behind. It's about moving forward. As you can see, the person in this is just going through the threshold. And for me, the water comes through here. It's in this reading, it's to do with like the cleansing. It's releasing the emotions, the insecurities and things that they've got built up within inside of them. And that could be just from doing their own healing work, or you know, maybe the counselling, medication, things like that. But it could also be them sharing this with you or somebody else. I mean, it's not you know, it's not overflowing, it's not mass, you know, going crazy. It's a nice steady stream. So that's good. It's controlled. It's not out of control. So I like that. It's like they're on their way to meet you here, to move together on this journey. Now, Seven of Swords, as I mentioned, this did make me chuckle because, I say, it came out for my friend. I think I'm sure it came out in this position, you know, in the third card. But anyway, so the Seven of Swords can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. So generally, it's to do with maybe some kind of deception or like a secret of some sort. As you can see, the man here, he's stolen all these swords. Okay, so it is depicted in different ways, obviously, in different artworks. Sometimes, a lot of the time, the person hasn't got all 7 swords. They've left 1 or 2 behind. But what I'm getting with this, with him having all of them here and having this grin, to me, it's like, it's making me think of the chakras is coming through, because there's 7 chakras. So it's making me think again of balance, which is obviously what Libra energy is about. It's making me think about, yeah, like, and I don't feel that this is the deceptive energy. It doesn't look to me like he's running. it could even be like he's taken them, but not because he's stolen them. He's taken them to go, I don't know, polish them or something. I don't get that this was malice. I don't get that this was done deceptively. So it's like it's like you helping this person, as I said earlier, about them healing. And I don't mean to be putting like kind of pressure on you guys for you thinking, oh God, I will help this person. You don't have to do anything, obviously, but I think you're going to want to. And I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. I think their inner saboteur is making it, as they always tend to do, make things seem a lot bigger than what they are, which is also, I think, reflective in this steady stream. But that's what I see here. I don't see this as though it's something to do with a secret. I don't see it as that, and I don't see it as deception. I see it more to do with helping. I mean, we'll see more with the clarification cards. Obviously, I could be interpreting that completely wrong. We'll see, but that's what I'm getting. Now, Ace of Pentacles, for me, again, it is a lot to do with kind of like a new business venture or an idea. And the way it's depicted, again, I also want to point out the fact that we've got red flowers again. I do believe these are roses. I think they might be rose bushes. So red is a very significant colour for you guys, so just be aware of that, especially red flowers. Especially red flowers. It doesn't have to be roses. Obviously, there are a whole multitude of red flowers out there, but yeah, anyway. Because it's like at the beginning of the journey again. And again, it's like, it looks like it's pretty smooth sailing, although this one looks like it's quite far to go. And Pentacles are the slowest moving suit in tarot. But I never see that as a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. I think it means things are being grounded and solidified and are moving at a nice pace. You know, I mean, some people will move what some people would describe as too fast, but you know, every relationship and connection is different. So it might seem faster with, you know, to outsiders, but for those guys it doesn't. So, and that's fine. You do whatever you do what is ever, oh, I can't get my words out. You do what is right for you. There we go. But you got a lot of green, but the fact that there's so much sky here and there's a lot of sky here, I'm drawn to. The story has got a lot more to be written, is what I'm getting here. I think I'm only getting a very small snapshot of what's happening or what is going to happen. There is a lot more to this than I think I'm going to be shown, but we'll see. So with the Hierophant here as well, which is fantastic, because the Hierophant, when the Hierophant comes out in a relationship, love connection kind of reading, it tends to be representing of commitment, basically. As I say, I'm not saying you're going to get married or anything like that. Obviously, if you want to, then that's fine, but you obviously haven't got to. But with the Hierophant here, it makes me feel that this will be a very good connection. There will be very good, strong connections and commitments. For some of you, I want to say that this isn't going to be, this might be more of a friendship, even though I know this is supposed to be a love connection. It might be that it starts off with that intention, but it might be goes more down the friend route. That's just something I'm getting. And then on the back of the deck, we had the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups and the Magician as well. We had about 10,000 cards, but I took those two first. So these two together are a fantastic combination in my eyes, because the King of Pentacles is all about, again, it's about a grounding, commitment, solidifying a relationship. You know, that the King of Pentacles isn't someone who is oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, blah, 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 which is all well and good, but he won't do that. He would only say, oh, we're going to do that because you are going to do it. He's always someone that would follow through. He doesn't make false promises. And the King of Cups is obviously a lot to do with the emotions. So you've got the stability and the commitment of the Pentacles, but then you've also got the emotions and the feelings of the Cups, which is just a beautiful, beautiful combination. Water and earth together are one of the strongest combinations in my eyes. I might be slightly biased, I'm not gonna lie, because I myself am earth, but because I know if you have too much water to earth, obviously it becomes really sludgy and mud, like the mud, and it's just too runny. If you have the right amount, that mud can, and it's like with this with sand, if you use the right amount of water, you can build something with it, you know. So that's why I think they're a very good combination to have. So we're going to get some clarification cards here and see what else we have. So can we get a clarification card, please, for this Ace of Wands for Libra? I was going to say Leo then for some reason. Can we get a clarification card, please, for Libra? Well, for the Ace of Wands. Can we get a clarification card, please? Thank you. So you've got Judgment. Nice. Can we get a clarification card for this Eight of Cups, please? Now the Emperor is showing, but he didn't drop, so I'm going to leave that for now. Three of Pentacles, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Seven of Swords. Can we get a clarification card for this Seven of Swords? Oh, Jesus. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. Makes sense. That flip, it did. I'll flip you back. Can we get a clarification card for this Ace of Pentacles, please? Ace of Pentacles. Can we get a clarification for this Ace of Pentacles? Nine of Wands. It didn't drop this one. Five of Swords. Interesting. Might have to get another one on that, but we'll see what else comes out as we go. Can we get a clarification card for the Hierophant, please? Can we please get a clarification card for the Hierophant for Libra? Thank you. Eight of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. And then your back of the deck, you've got the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and you've got the Sun as well. Oh, okay. Oh, and you've got the King of Swords. I didn't see him. Okay, I'll take that as well. I'm just going to take all the cards, you know. Why not? So, I'm going to put him with the other kings. And then I'll put these guys here for now, and then we'll come back to them. So, sorry, I'm going to cheat. So we have Judgment, clarifying the Ace of Wands. So Judgment for me is to do with karma, basically. It's kind of like karmatic, if that's even a word. Rewards. A lot of the time, not always, obviously, because we're not always our best selves. But this particular one, it's all about a celebration for me. As you can see, you've got the angel here playing the saxophone, which always makes me think of your spirit guides celebrating, and especially in a love connection, this union. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a lot more to say about it. Other than the spirit guides are very happy about it. With it clarifying the Ace of Wands, it's making me feel, okay, yes, thank you, that they are your spirit guides and their spirit guides are behind you both regarding this connection, and they are going to help you along the journey. You are going to have some divine intervention here, I think, for meeting this person. So yeah, when you do meet them, it might be worth maybe looking into how you guys met, because I think it's going to be interesting how it all linked in together, because I believe it is a divine intervention. You are supposed to meet. Three of Pentacles clarifying the Eight of Cups. Lovely. Three of Pentacles is all about working together. And it's about the initial foundations that have been laid. As you can see, the gentleman here are checking out their blueprints, plans, whatever. And that's what this is about with the Eight of Cups. You're working together with this person to move forward. So yeah. Now you got the Nine of Pentacles clarifying the Seven of Swords. So the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. As you can see, the woman here is, you know, she's loving her life. She's got all her pentacles that are all ripe and beautiful and bloomed. She's got this bird. She's got this nice house. She's got these nice clothes, this necklace. You know, she's good. She's very happy and content with things as they are. And I think what they're trying to say with this, clarifying the Seven of Swords, because I said that this Seven of Swords isn't telling me the usual kind of story, but it's telling me about how easy it's going to be. Because I think maybe some of you may have been frightened off, and I think maybe that's partly why this person is depicted with the demon here as well. The fact that it's the word demon, you hear the word demon, you think, oh, negative, bad, evil, blah. But they're not at all. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of their inner demons are not that bad at all. To them, they're coming across as like this massive, like, T-Rex. I don't know why I'm thinking of T-Rex, but I'm thinking of T-Rex. But in reality, it's only a little gecko, you know? And so it won't be too difficult for you to help them. I mean, they are going to help themselves as well. Like I said, they're not going to fully rely on you. But I do feel you are going to kind of help them along the right path. Now, with the Five of Swords clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. So I mentioned that this could be to do with maybe a business venture or a new career, a new opportunity of some description. And a lot of the time I see this particular Five of Swords anyway as defeating your opponents. It could, oh, okay, I think it's, yes, okay, yes, now I understand, thank you. So it's to do with you defeating, well, them, we got red again as well, can I point out. And sorry, again, I'm sorry, you got another red flowers here. You can't avoid these red flowers, guys. It's very, very important. Maybe red flowers are a symbol that this person is there, or I don't know, but red flowers are very important. Keep an eye out. Anyway, and the colour red in general. Anyway, I digress. It's to do with you overcoming and them overcoming their inner demons. Yeah, simple as that, really. Now, the Eight of Swords, clarifying the Hierophant, is very, very interesting. Again, one, can I point out the fact that she's wearing red? Just saying. This is you. Straight away I'm getting that with it being under the Hierophant. Because as I said, the Hierophant is all about commitment in these kinds of readings. Eight of Swords is a fairly anxious energy. It's a lot to do with feeling trapped. But when we look further into the artistry in the Eight of Swords in most decks, the person that's bound isn't really bound. They could escape. Yes, she's got a few swords on her dress, but if she pulled hard enough, she could easily escape. Her hands aren't bound. She's not blindfolded. It's her hair that's covering her eyes in this case as well. I've just noticed this is snow. And we had the snowflake, which I want to say, and this might be a bit of a leap, it might be very specific to just some of you, but I did say earlier about how maybe next Christmas, something to do with maybe an engagement, a marriage proposal, or proposing you move in together, or something like that. Something significant is happening. And it, for want of a better phrase, freaks you out. I'm not saying you guys are commitment phobes, but you are very independent. And with this clarifying the Hierophant, it's like you question it because you think, oh God, do I want to be with this person forever? Or can I see myself with this person forever? Oh, I don't want to be trapped. I don't want to, be bound or limited for doing for things or going places. And you aren't. That's the point with the Ace of Swords, is that you aren't. It's just the initial fears and anxieties. You're not. This person isn't like that. They would never do that. They would never put you in a cage or anything like that. They wouldn't do that. They want you to shine. They want to help you to shine. They want to shine alongside you. Now, we also have, on the back of the deck, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Swords. What's very interesting is how we have all the kings here except for the King of Wands, which I have to say, I'm not surprised, and it's not that I don't like the King of Wands, but for me, the King of Wands is someone who is immature. A lot of the time is the energy I get from him. He's not someone who takes things quite seriously. He's very light-hearted, very charismatic. You get more kind of player energy with the King of Wands, if I'm honest. A lot of the time, not always, but a lot of the time you do. So I'm quite pleased in a sense that he's not here. You got the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a lot to do with logic. He is someone who, as you can see in his face here, he looks like he's very serious and very stern. And I think, I'm not sure whether this is a trait you may have, or they might have, or you both may have this within you, where it's just a reminder coming through, and I think confirmation coming through about you speaking your truths. How you must make sure you speak your truth to one another and to yourselves as well. That's what I get with that. Again, swords are the element of air. So air combined with earth and water. Things are growing. Fire is obviously something that's deemed and can be very destructive, which again is, I've just realised this now, apart from this Ace of Wands here, you have no other, you've got a Page of Wands here that was on the back, but they're not like, I was going to say very big fire. You know what I mean? They're at the very beginning, which is good. Anyway, so you got the Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So I'm just trying to get an idea of why they're here. Not 100%. I have an idea, but I'm not 100%. I'm going to pull a card just to get clarification. Can I get a confirmation as to why the Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords is here, please? Why is the Page of Wands and the Ace of Swords here? The Four of Wands. Okay, yeah. Thank you. So the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands is it's kind of like a celebration, basically. What they're saying here is to not to spend too much time in the honeymoon period. That you can't, like, because if you look at the way this is. So if you've got the Ace of Wands here, so you're all the way back here. With the Four of the Wands, you're so much closer to the castle. And what they're saying is, yes, obviously bask in the honeymoon period, 100%, obviously. That's the best part of any relationship. After that, it's all downhill. No, not really, I'm joking. But what they're saying is you can't stay in that forever. You've got to move forward to make it more solid. That's what they're saying. Because the Page of Wands, for me, is a fairly immature card again. I don't know why I seem to hate on the wands, so I do apologise. I didn't... it's a fairly immature energy. It's like I want it now. That's what I always get with the Page of Wands. And then the Ace of Swords for me is about the initial communication, the initial moving forward of something. So that's what they're telling you to do. It's just a little reminder, basically. So, yeah. So next we're going to get some letters, some letters, numbers, and star signs, if they come out. We'll see what comes out. Oh yeah, again, more red, more red, more red, more red, and you've got more red here. But they are ones, so it's not surprising that it's red, but still. Just saying. So this could be, these letters and numbers and whatever, they could be to do with the person's name, where they live, where you're going to meet, those kind of things. So just take what resonates, use the rest. Okay, thank you. So we got the the number 0, which makes me think, which is makes me think of Fool energy, a new beginning, a leap of faith. Letter B, A, N, banter. Maybe, I think you guys are going to have maybe a lot of banter, which is very, well, I personally love it. Got the letter C as well. So you could even have the word can't. Don't say can't. Sit with banter. Weirdly, that's the only number you have. So you've got star signs here. So we've got Aries with curious. We have, Aries again with curious again. So Aries is a significant, well, potentially a significant star sign. We've also got Libra with Encantor, which makes me think of, what's it? The Magician, manifesting. But not surprising to have Libra, being as your Libra. And then we've also got Capricorn with affection. So you've got fire with Aries, got air with Leo. Sorry, I keep going to say Leo. I do apologise. Libra. And then we've got earth with Capricorn. Okay, and then we're just going to get some messages from the fairies. See what they have to say about this, or anything else that they'd like to tell you, Libra. So, what messages do we have? Libra. Okay, thank you. Sorry, this person is quite funny. I think it's the cliche of using humour as a defence mechanism, but they are very funny. I think that's one of the things that you're going to like most about them. Anything else, fairies would like to say to Libra? Okay, so we have, that's what my other cards. So you have daughter. The answer to your question involved your daughter. Now, obviously, not all of you will have a daughter. Maybe some of you might be pregnant with a daughter. Maybe you're going to have a daughter with this person. Who knows? I also think of this card as to do with a younger female. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it has to do with a child. Obviously, it could be a niece, a friend's daughter, anything like that as well. But it could be someone that's younger than you. So if there was a question that you particularly had in your mind, they have the answer apparently. So you ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. Definitely, definitely ask and you shall receive. You've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve this situation. You can do it. So, oh, and you got a ladybird there. Love that. Sorry, whenever I see ladybirds, for me personally, because I've put this out there, ladybirds are a sign of my manifestations coming in. So that could also just be a nod for me to tell you guys of that. And you've got butterflies as well, which I know is a sign for a lot of people as well. Got a dragonfly. Obviously, she's walking on a spider's web. Oh, and yeah, it's really cute little mouse. So it's probably a vole, I think. But yeah, sorry, I was just drawn to the ladybird. And then you've also got your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favour. And then you've got the fairy here playing a flute. Well, that's probably not a flute, but I want to say it's a flute. But yeah. And then finally, we're going to get some messages from your person or their higher self. It could be whatever comes. Just take what resonates. So let's go. Get some messages. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, thank you. Calm yourself. Clearly have a lot to say to you. Calm messages for Libra, please. Okay, got I need you. As soon as that come out, I had the image of some of you that are watching just going, oh. Like it's not like that though. It's not from a codependent point of view. It's not like that. Anyway, you're my everything. Or everything. But I don't. You don't say it properly over here. We've got you're perfectly imperfect. I love that card. I love that. It's adorable. What else would they like to say? What else would the other person like to say to them? Get a couple more. What else would the other person like to say to them? Ooh. No. What else would the other person like to say to them? Yeah. You can have that one as well. So, sex. Told you about passion, didn't I? Yeah. I'm not going to get into that one. You've got, you make me laugh, you light me up, and am I worthy? That's not something that I'm surprised to see here, to be honest. But, yeah, it's cute. I think a message that's coming through here is to make sure that they don't put you on a pedestal. And that's also why this King of Swords was important. And the Ace of Swords, actually. It's to make sure you're communicating your truth with them. As in, if you want to remind them that you are perfectly imperfect. Not that you are perfect. You know? Don't let them put you on a pedestal. Because if they do that, then they potentially probably will become codependent on you, and that's not, well, I mean, obviously everyone likes different things in different relationships. I'm sure some people like that, I don't know, but generally I would say that isn't a healthy relationship, but no judgments. But yeah, that's a message that's coming through here. Don't let them put you on a pedestal if you can try to. But yeah, that's everything I have for you, Libra. Let me know in the comments below how you get on with this, whether it's accurate, whether it's completely inaccurate. as well. Also, if you've got any suggestions for any future videos, I'd also like to remind you all that I am currently doing personal readings, so if any of you were interested, please feel free to book through my Facebook channel, which is Tashwini Tarot. Alternatively, you can DM me on Instagram, which is just Tashwini, or you can send me an email. My email address is in the description below. Also, if you could like and subscribe, I would very much appreciate it, but if you don't want to, that's fine. And yeah, that's it really, and I wish you all the best. I hope this goes well, and as always, send you guys much love and much peace.